Hello there. Thanks for being here. Namu Myoho Renge Kyo. Sifu Sylvain with you here again. I'm going to really try to keep this one shorter, but Buddhism can seem really complicated and convoluted, and we ask ourselves a lot of questions, but it's not Buddhism that's complicated, it's you and me. We are the complicated ones. Buddhism is about observing our mind. How does our mind work? And 99.999% of the time, we're not thinking about how our mind's working at all. We're just reacting to what it's doing, right? So how do we get our mind right? What is this thing about cause and effect? You're always hearing cause and effect, cause and effect. And then it gets related in all sorts of weird, it meanders into religion and other things, or science, and other. You know what? Forget cause and effect. Let's just talk about how do we get our mind right? How do we... What was it I saw in this email? He said, cause and effect, self-manifestation, freeing your mind, controlling your mind, getting rid of mental constructs so you can experience Buddhism. All of that is the same thing. We get so bogged down in trying to... I call it getting bogged down in the how. How, I think, is a big trap. It's a big mess. Stop asking how. Anytime you ask yourself or find yourself thinking, how do I do this? How does this happen? Stop. Change that word. Make it more about what's going on. Be curious about what's already happening. How has this idea that things have been this way and I need to be that way? So how to get from there to there? That's a denial of what's happening right now, this moment. There is no past, there is no future. Those are just constructs of our samsaric mind. Trying to control our minds. You can't control your mind. What you can do is influence your mind. Four Noble Truths. Life is suffering. Why? Because we crave things. Why do we crave things? Because we want to make everything permanent. Right? That's why we need to control it or change it. Those are the problem. You want to experience Buddhahood? Sit in front of your mandala and chant Myoho Renge Kyo. Look right at that mandala and challenge it. Mandala, in other words, my Buddhahood. Wake up. Wake up and come here and clear my mind. Influence me in a positive way. Make my environment change to a positive result. Because in Buddhism, your environment and you are the same thing. These two fingers have different names, but they're both part of the hand. Your environment and you are the same thing. That is to say that they influence one another. They're co-living. Just like all the people you know, and the trees that grow around you. Everything that you experience is your experience. Therefore, it is you. You want to experience Buddhahood? Experience Buddhahood. You don't have to control your mind. You don't have to change your mind. You're human. Buddhism is about enlightening and experiencing Buddhahood now, in this life, not after you're gone, not anywhere else. So we have the perfect tools for doing that, thanks to Nichiren. But Shakyamuni was teaching it from the very get-go. He just was having trouble communicating it to people who couldn't understand. So that's why he taught Buddhism in like classes, different levels, until the last 8 years of his life when he preached the Lotus Sutra, the Myoho Renge Kyo. And Nichiren said, look, this is so obvious, he made a picture of it. Because that's what that is. That is the experience of Myoho Renge-kyo. Look at my video called The Orange Analogy. I talk about it there. You know, if you knew that you could orate, invoke the word or the letters O-R-A-N-G-E, excuse me, and by invoking those letters, you could experience the color orange, the light spectrum orange, the nebula, in the universe that the orange phosphorescence that they have, the fruit orange, the peel orange, the drink orange, the soda orange, the car orange, the paint orange, the on and on and on. You can just sit all day long trying to find ways that you can infuse the orange in thing, the orange in the wood of this furniture, the orange tones in the skin. If you could, by simply invoking orange, fully experience every aspect of what those letters in that arrangement avail you to. Do you see how amazing that would be? And that's just orange. Buddhahood is about every energy that exists. See, that's what your life is. It's a momentum of energy. And what Buddhism is a way to influence that momentum in the most positive, least retrograde, least attached way, freeing it, giving it clarity, because everything then becomes clear. It doesn't go away. We don't annihilate. We embrace, but we allow to be in every moment, everything in its natural expression, without judgment, without impinging it to be stationary and permanent. We let it change. And the clarity of that is very relieving of the stresses and emotions of trying to make permanent. That's what we do in Buddhism. We liberate ourselves from those things that hold us back, hold us down. That's what creates suffering. That's what suffering is. It's a suffocation of expression. Fully expressed life is liberated from those choke points. Right? So that's we don't control the mind, we liberate it. Samsara itself is a control because it identifies and makes stationary. And that's just antithetical. We don't live in a static universe. Life is not static. Nothing is static. But we say that, and we understand that intellectually, but we don't do it. Right? We know what's in that refrigerator. And we're going to go get it. And that's useful, right? We have to feed ourselves. But it's different when you think about it in terms of it's constantly changing. I mean, ask yourself, you know that anyway. That bologna you've had in the fridge may not be good anymore. Why wouldn't it be? It's evolving. It's constantly changing. Our certainty that it's there for our consumption, though, when it turns out it isn't, we suffer. We didn't need to suffer. You could say you created the conditions for your suffering. That's what Buddhism recognizes. It's a different way of thinking about life, right? I hope that helped. I'm not sure what to title this video. Maybe I'll just call it Controlling the Mind, just to be a little noodle in your head there. Anyway, as always, I hope this little short talk inspires some thoughts. Feel free to comment, give me some new ideas, maybe something that I misrepresented or didn't say correctly. Give me an opportunity to clarify. Anyway, I hope you have a great day, and I thank you so much for your participation. And I think I'll put these up in the podcast too, just as little short things to listen to, maybe little inspirations. I don't know what to call them. If you have an idea, without being too hack, something interesting to call these things. Anyway, thank you again. Namo Myoho Renge Kyo. Have a great day.